My biggest fear is having to hurt people again because I'm good at it and frankly I enjoy it. I've got a lot of things to be upset and angry about, but I kept myself on the straight and narrow. I kept myself contained, but that fire is within me. And yeah, I do suffer from bloodlust. Once once people start fighting, I put myself away and I go to war and I love it because on a proper battlefield, I am powerful. I'm good at fighting. I'm good at hurting people. And frankly, I'm good at killing. And I hate that about myself. I hate that if I'm honest, I have to admit that I enjoy beating bad guys up. I enjoy unleashing some of that pent up anger and rage on a deserving target. I never had so much female attention until I went down to the protest zone. And I literally had girls lining up to be with me, literally lining up to sit next to me and talk with me and share my tent. And I got overwhelmed. I've never been treated like that by women. They either fear me or hate me or ignore me. But down there, when I was standing up for what I believed in and taking action, and, when somebody was being abusive towards others, stepping in, taking the punch, and then restraining them and taking them out of the fucking park, I loved being able to exercise my combat abilities where I never actually punched anybody. I did not throw a punch. It was all blocks, redirections, and takedowns. And in fact, I never actually put anybody in a proper chokehold. It's amazing, but I never actually got to that point. Because once they were on the ground, they would give up, and I'd back away and let somebody else deal with them. My job was done. Or I'd put my body in the way of thrown projectiles, and I'd take the blows for others, and I did not feel pain. The pain came later. But I understand that that sense of power and greatness when you're fighting, it can be addictive. It is a rush. When you're fighting for what you believe in, it's an amazing feeling. I feel truly alive when I'm in combat. And that scares the living shit out of me because I can see how easy it would be for me to go just totally off the deep end, radicalize, and actually cause harm and damage. And I don't want to do that. And it frankly insults me when government officials paint me as that. All because what? A lot of what I say on my YouTube channel is for effect. I'll admit that. I allow my emotions out because that's a safe way for me to do it. Because I know with the current climate, if I said that shit on the street, I would get into a fight. And I'm not afraid of the fight. I would relish the fight. I'm afraid of hurting somebody so much that they get hospitalized and I catch another charge. I'm afraid of doing the wrong thing in preservation of my own health and safety and endanger somebody else's health and safety. And I don't see that as cowardice. I see that as knowing myself. Knowing that I am the type of human being that enjoys the fight, that enjoys the smell of blood. And that's scary to admit, that I enjoy the coppery iron smell of blood, especially enemy blood. I'm good at it. And that horrifies me. I've always been good at hurting people. I know where to hit them. I know how hard to hit them. And I'm scared of myself. And I said it to fucking Amanda when we were in London for one of her things, spending money I really couldn't afford to spend, but I did it because I thought I loved her. But I remember telling her, I feel like I'm walking around with a loaded weapon because I am the weapon. Every time somebody gets assy with me, I have to remind myself that this is an idiot who doesn't know who I am and that I could absolutely kill them with my bare hands. And I hate it. Every time I walk out that door, I'm in fear that one of my fucking idiot drug addict neighbors is going to try to start shit. Every time I go into town, I'm afraid of a meth addict or a drunk that wants to start a fight with somebody is going to have me to deal with. And if I lose control even once, I might kill again. It's a non-zero possibility. It's a low possibility that I'll kill again, but it's not zero. And that fucking terrifies me. You know, last year I didn't leave this apartment for almost a month because I was terrified of me. The self-loathing, the self-hatred that I felt because of what I had done and who I had become. And it's a feedback loop. And I had to let go of hate because all of my hate was directed at myself. I hated myself.